Hey guys, this is your daily language and daily math for week 23, day 4, which was your Thursday work, and week 28, day 4 for math. Before I get started with that, Mason noticed yesterday for Wednesday, week 23, day 3, that I missed number 4, so thanks for noticing that, Mason, and letting me know. So this one says, complete the analogy. Useless is to not practical, and useful is to what? So an analogy, they're usually related in some sort of way, so sometimes they mean the same thing. In this case, it means the same. Useless means not practical, so useful means practical. So useful means practical. All right, let's jump into today's. It says to correct the sentences. The planet called Saturn have rings. So there's a couple errors here. The first one is a spelling error. So we would circle it and do SP. And called is with a C, not a K. C-A-L-L-E-D. The planet called Saturn have rings. Our other mistake is instead of have, it should be has. And then we would rewrite our sentence. Oh, there's one more mistake. See, this is why I need you guys around me. Saturn is the name of a planet, so it should be capitalized. So I did my 3 lines for that. Did anybody notice that? Okay. Number 2, the planet's rings are made of ice, dust, and rock. Remember, if you haven't done this yet, you can pause. Try to figure out what the mistakes are and then press play and see if you got them correct. So the first one is the planet's rings. This is showing possession, so we would add an apostrophe between the T and the S. Are made of ice, that's misspelled, dust, and rock. Ice is I-C-E. Okay, and then we would rewrite our sentence. Mine does not quite fit. All right, the next one says, write a prefix to make a word that means the opposite of the bold word. Sometimes Saturn's rings appear and sometimes they blank appear. So we need that prefix, which we know prefix goes in the front, okay? And it would be disappear, D-I-S. And the last one, I won't forget it this time, Mason. Complete the sentence with the adverb that tells where something happens. That's what adverbs do. They tell where something happens. Saturn has 6 main rings with space in between, or Saturn has 6 main rings with space in before. It's between. All right, week 28, day 4 for math. 20 plus 30 plus 10. One of my strategies was putting the numbers up above the words, and then I'm going to add them. 20 plus 30 is 50, plus 10 is 60. So I would look, 40, 50, 60. My answer is 60. Remember, if your answer choice isn't here, that tells us that your answer is wrong. Okay? We started to do a little bit of this right before we left, but these are 2 by 1 digit multiplication problems. So the way we solve them is we multiply up first. So 4 times 2 is 8. And then we multiply diagonal. 4 times 3 is 12. So our answer is 128. If you didn't know that strategy, I want you to try it with this one before you watch me give the answer. Okay? So first we multiply up. 2 times 1 equals 2. And then we go diagonal. 2 times 5 is 10 for an answer of 102. All right, number 3. It takes 15 minutes to bake 1 dozen cookies. So a dozen is 12. How long will it take to bake 3 dozen cookies? So here are my cookies. And we know 1 dozen takes 15 minutes. And we want to know how long will it take to bake 3 dozen? So we need to add 15 plus 15. That's Rico. and then 30 plus 15, which equals 45 minutes. All right, if 45 divided by 9 equals 5, then 45 divided by 5 equals 9. This is just a turnaround. All right, our last one are these shapes congruent? So congruent means, are they the same size and shape? If you didn't know what that word means, now I want you to think about, are these the same shape and are they the same size? If you said no, you are correct. And then your reason could be they are not the same size. All right, that's it for today. If I've missed something or I've made a mistake, please let me know in the comments down below, or you guys can have your parents message me on Remind, or you can message me on Remind.